folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again, and yes, this is a Chase Briscoe truck. What? Yep, a Chase Briscoe truck got made, the second one, to be honest with you, and this thing is incredible, the Circlebdiecast 04 Ford F-150. So without further ado, let's go and get it out of the box. Alrighty, folks, right in the good old box, and check out this paint scheme. My goodness, talk about a hot rod. Look at this thing. So this is the second official Roper Racing diecast to get made. We did get the 04 Texaco truck, which is an incredible paint scheme if you haven't picked it up. But if you have picked it up, why not pick up a alternate paint scheme to have for your collection or to have in your diecast series? And this is going to be one of my favorite Circle B sponsored trucks because the paint scheme is so wild, man. A whole lot of blue on it, a whole lot of black. Man, I'm digging it, man. You know what this reminds me of? This vaguely reminds me of the Aflac cars from 07. I don't know why, but it really gives me a little bit, just a hint of those Aflac cars from, what was it, Greg Biffle, I think. So anyways, you got the Circle B logo right there in this very nice, bold, tribal etching, a little bit of a fishhook design, if you will. Really, really cool looking stuff. Let's go to the front end of this truck here. The nose looks a little bit off there, but unfortunately, you know, that's going to happen when you make thousands of these things. Got the 04 right there, Simpson, Sunoco. Very, very cool looking front end. I like that blue. I like how it's like it goes up and it just dives down in the pool and kind of comes back around. I like that. The splitter is all black. Let's go to the left side of this truck here. So there's a little bit of an interesting sponsor placement with this truck here, and very reminiscent of the Cup cars. So notice there's a big piece of real estate right here that's not really used, right? They could have put the Circle B Diecast logo all the way down here. Instead, they moved it up. And the 04 to me seems moved up as well. I don't know if I'm the only one noticing that. And to add a little bit of context to this, check this out. So you can see the 04 is a little bit more moved up compared to the 44. I got to be honest with you, I much prefer the 44 number placement, if you will. But you know what? If it means getting all these contingencies on a truck, I'm all for it. Because, oh my goodness, look at all the freaking contingencies. I mean, you want to talk about a goodie bag of sponsors. Look at this. I mean, you got everything on here. We're going to dive on into it. I probably won't be able to mention all of these logos, but we're going to try to get them on camera for you fellas. Of course, thank you to Circle Diecast for getting this truck made, and thank you to our friends from over there. And if you want to save on shipping, guys, you know what to do. Promo code down below. Use code Diecastbuffet for any orders, $30 or more. This is an incredible looking truck. So you got Production Alliance right there. Advanced Auto Parts, you got a Texas logo there. I have no idea when this was ran. Was it the Bristol Dirt Race? Was it somewhere else? I forget. I got Texaco, Cutstone, CarQuest, Huffy, more sponsors I've never seen. High Point, got Ford, Production Alliance again, Roper Racing, Camping World Truck Series Race Truck, Goodyear, Mobile One, ARV, Holly E-Fly, Tilton, Comatic 04. And this is a unique number as well. And it's not a raced version. So if you haven't picked up the Texaco truck, and I will admit the back spoiler here looks goofy. But you know what's good about this is that you can easily fix this with a little bit of Sharpie or something. You could fix it real quick. Sharpie, a paint pen, and you can make this spoiler look just fine. So I'm not gonna hoot too much on it. You probably will have to paint over that Ford logo, but the truth be told, you got a Ford decal right there in the middle with the license plate, so I'm not too worried about that. I got the 04 there, Circle B Diecast dual logos. But yeah, the 04 up until the Texaco release and this one, this was a number never made. So now if you're a completionist or you have a truck series diecast, stop motion or anything, you got to get one of these 04 trucks, man. Just adds more depth to your series. It's not a raced version. It's not like the Jordan Anderson ones with that have all kinds of damage and stuff. They're great diecasts, but they might not be the best ones for your diecast stop motion. The Jordan Anderson pieces. So what a cool looking truck. And you go over to the top of the car here, and you have this whoosh, kind of like a washing machine circle, if you will. I got the 04 right there. Just a retro kind of throwback truck in a way. Like it just I don't know. A 04. When's the last time you've seen a 04 competitive truck? I mean, I can't remember the last time I even seen a Cup car that had number 04 on it. So it definitely has a unique number. And to that, I think makes a pretty interesting throwback. Because there's probably there's probably somewhere years and years ago, the '04 was a very competitive piece, and I'm totally forgetting about it. So you got Briscoe right there in the back glass. Then you have, oh my goodness, check this out. Oh my goodness, check this out. Look at all the freaking logos. So this is Panic at the Briscoe. If you don't know what that reference is, Panic at the Disco, a very popular song back in the 2000s. I believe it was 2000s or early 2010s. Yeah, so I think this is people who either donated or bought the 124 or whatever it is, but there's like a gajillion names on here. Unfortunately, due to the the nature of the car being or truck being a 164, it's impossible to get the pixels like that, at least at this day and time and age. So if you have the 124, you're going to be able to read all these most likely, but for the 164, you could even take a magnifying glass and they'll probably just be pixelated. But, you know, if you have a 124, you could be like, oh, my name is on there. And then you could, kind of pinpoint, oh, it's going to be right here on the 164. Again, I don't remember the exact meaning or the way you got your name on the truck bed. But nonetheless, another great promotion from over there. You know, they do a lot of cool things that are diecasts. Very reminiscent of how sponsors used to be back in the 2000s, where you could go to a promo event with Kurt Busch and they would give out free Kurt Busch cars or something. Or you can go to or what I remember back in '04, Jay McMurray's second year, they had his 42 Nextel Cup car. This is a little bit of a fun story. And they had it at a Texaco gas station in my hometown. I remember going there. McMurray was not there, but they had all kinds of die-casts. They had all kinds of cool little souvenirs. I remember I got a whole bunch of posters. They had Jay McMurray's Haviland 2004 Dodge on it. I remember getting a Ricky Rudd 124 scale Haviland car, his Iron Man piece from 2002. But those are the things they did across the whole country back in those years, where the sponsors would work with the drivers and they would work with the diecasts, and they would just give you so many great opportunities. Diecast reminds me of that, where they do great promotions with their fans. Like sometimes, if you order like the elite autograph version or something of a diecast, they'll give you a free pit pass with it as well. Like they do some really cool promotions with the smaller teams. So not only does it give fans an opportunity to experience something they never would be able to before, but it also helps the smaller teams get funding to help grow their teams and to continue to further develop the sport. Plus, as a diecast collector, we get some really cool pieces. So my point being is that it's like a gigantic circle, and everything just kind of comes together. And that's why they're the coolest cats in the business, guys. So what do y'all think about this '04 truck? I'm loving it. Gives me a little bit of an Aflac vibe to it from '07. Thank you all again for watching. Have a great night, everybody. Diecastbuffet, signing off.